WCPO High School Insiders podcast this week with the St. X basketball coach. In that episode, they talk a little bit about Colerain and the GMC. Kenan Singleton of WCPO, one of the hosts, talks about how he would like to see somebody step up and kind of punch Colerain in the mouth, so to speak, and give them some competition for the league title. Because
kudos to them to be able to take the challenge every year in and out.
Absolutely.
That's something where I'm like, wait, if they can build that program in football, they can definitely do it in basketball.
They've got the athletes, they've got the facilities, they've got the wherewithal. It's just getting
culture.
Kids to buy into a program. Yep. And again, this is Coach Gilbert's second year, and we've already seen improvement this year over what he inherited. So, and a pretty young team overall for Colerain. Lots of juniors, just 4 seniors on the roster, and again, shorthanded tonight with only 8 players dressing. So that's Khalil Davis at the free throw line. Makes both of them.
Yeah, if anyone's got no plans tomorrow, I know a big game to catch in the state of Ohio is Huber Heights Wayne versus Princeton up at Wilmington. Don't know if it's a shootout or whatnot, but definitely a pre-up game for a state tournament that I would love to put my eyes on, watch.
Definitely one of those get you ready for the tournament games. Wow. Nice drive into the lane by Aaron Ward, who's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot a couple. Take a look at it here on the replay. Don't think our PA announcer has number 24's name for Colerain either. He keeps just using his number. That's 3 fouls for him now, though.
The hard-working player out there.
Yeah.
That's how.
Aaron Ward at the free throw line, no points. Misses both free throws, easily rebounded by Colerain. Princeton content to concede that rebound and get back on defense. It's been their MO all throughout this game so far. We're getting close to the final minute of the third quarter. Good ball movement by Colerain, but it's all on the perimeter, not a whole lot happening inside. That one's off the feet of Dorsey.
Story of the quarter for them is the turnovers. There's too many.
Good ball movement, and then you got a pass that goes off the feet, and Dorsey, even though he's pretty tall and pretty lengthy, can't get to the ball to save it. So possession will go back to the Vikings, 57-30 with 1 minute exactly remaining in the third quarter.
But one thing to take note, especially teams at Scout and Princeton, this defense Colerain's in did cause fits for them in that second quarter, and still actually causing them fits right now.
Three-pointer heaved up by Khalil Davis from the left side, will not go. Colerain able to rebound and bring it back. Shot's going to go up just inside the three-point line, no good. Easily rebounded underneath by Henry, excuse me.
Just went right around him.
Khalil Crawford gets his first 2 points of the night, 59-30. The Vikings have just about doubled up the Cards. Drive into the lane results in what probably would have been a turnover before the referees got involved and blew the whistle for the foul. Let's go ahead and take a look at this block here. On the replay, just a nice little swat. Aaron Ward made it look easy. Substitutions continue. Dylan Baker checks in.
Fresh bodies, it looks like.
Colerain. 5 fouls for Colerain, 4 for the Vikings, so a little bit of role reversal from what we saw in the first half. Adder kicks it back out from the free throw line. Princeton just being relentless, and the shot will not fall. 59-30 at the end of 3. Colerain with just 5 points in the third quarter, Frank.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tale of turnovers. I mean, the defensive, stopping the ball was a big issue, and the turnovers. You're going to have quarters like that. Like I said, they played really well in that second quarter.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. They've got 1 quarter to try to put a dent in this lead for Princeton.
I have a feeling we're going to see a JV pre-up game here in this quarter. You know, that's a good time to get them some experience.
Well, again, it's about building that culture, building for the future. See what you've got coming back next year.
Right.
Try to reload a little bit better and see the replay schedule for our broadcast for our Spectrum and Optics customers. Of course, you can find this game and all the other events that Dean Lowry and Jason Dudley produce, along with an army of volunteers at ICRC-TV.com. ICRC-TV.com. Some of the Colerain faithful made the trip over from the west side tonight to watch the Cardinals battle the Vikings here at Princeton High School, GMC action. Colerain looking for their third league win of the year. It's not looking hopeful tonight.
You know, it's funny because they got to take some of their bruises because they're so used to football smashing everybody, so I guess they got to take it on the chin once in a while on the other side.
Another whistle. Couldn't.
You know, it would have been
here who it was called on, waiting on the scoreboard update, which is not happening quickly.
Baisley would have stayed at Finningtown. I would have liked to seen that matchup with Finningtown.
Deer Park?
Yeah, just all those premier athletes out on the floor. Which tomorrow night's going to be the same thing with Huber Heights Wayne. I mean, they're undefeated.
Right. Nearly a kick by Hunter. Colerain able to hang on to possession. Just can't get anywhere near the basket, Frank. And another timeout now is going to be called by Ty Gilbert.
They need to set on the ball screens. It's a couple times you see it where they're just standing and stagnant, and that's why they turn the ball over.
Yeah. Well, you know, the problem is for Colerain has been perimeter's there. Trying to get anything around the basket, what seems to be a strength for them, has been the real struggle tonight.
Well, they were doing a great job of getting them in foul trouble that first half. It's just that those turnovers really killed them. Like we said it earlier, you know, if you're going to have turnovers, we might as well just, you know, doesn't matter what you do, you're going to lose the game.
7:21 to go in this GMC matchup. Here on ICRC-TV Sports, Glenn Olson and Frank Edwards with you. Dean Lowry in the truck and a great crew on hand, bringing you all this exciting action from Princeton High School. Colerain back on offense after the timeout taken by Coach Gilbert. Still a lot of standing around, Frank.
Yep, just you can see it. It's hard to watch because you know inevitable is going to happen. They're going to turn the ball over. There's only so many one-on-one moves you can make.
Hatter seems to be just about the only one moving.
See, there's another turnover almost.
Well, saved it. There it is. Hunter on the breakaway is going to feed it back to Baisley, who's going to dump it off over to Freeman. He'll get 2 points out of the deal. His first two of the night. 61-30.
Even a basketball cut would be better than just standing there because that's why these turnovers have happened.
Yeah, I mean,
see, right here's a series right here. Let's see what happens.
Hatter dribbling and got one player over to his right moving, everybody else standing around.
Like
Eakin's the only one really moving for the Cards. Got the big man underneath, Taj Roberts, sliding back and forth, low block to low block.
Maybe that's a bit of they see the score, you know, but you should always still play, you know.
We go Hunter, Baisley, Freeman to finish. A nice touch off the glass. I think Baisley's kind of frustrated. We don't have a floor cam tonight he can wink at after a big basket like you did on your game at Sycamore back before the holidays. Colerain finally able to get some penetration, but Jones is denied. Princeton comes up with the basketball. Now Jones is going to try to guard Freeman closely, but hands at his side.
See how they're setting screens? I mean, that's, you know, something they can build on and learn from. Oh, that was too easy to seal. I mean, if he gets that in there, that's going to be a bucket all day.
That should have been a foul, but O'Neal able to fight through it and get his 16th point of the game.
I mean, all day it's been like that, too.
Princeton again comes up with the ball, looking for the oop to Baisley. Colerain got in the way of that one, though, so Showtime's going to have to wait at least another possession.
You know, that's something you're going to be careful because, you know, all he's got to do is come down on his leg. And, you know, sometimes you don't want to overdo it when you know you're up that good, you know.
Colerain comes up with that after the oop didn't work. And Baisley trying to signal the official that he wasn't the last one to touch it.
As I said that, it was like almost the coach heard me.
Yep. And here they all come. Fresh legs for tomorrow,
that was funny.
right? Baisley's trying to get that dunk before he goes out. I'm not sure he's going to get a chance with mass substitutions at the scorer's table wearing white jerseys.
At least I know I still got it, you know, a little bit.
I think you know what you're talking about most of the time.
Right. Might not be always, you know, I just know that I put my all into what I'm saying.
There you go. So Baisley at the free throw line.
The one blemish I've seen tonight is his missed free throw, and other than that, he's shot the ball wonderfully in the first half.
They've already taken Baisley off the scoreboard here, and he's still in the game at the free throw line.
What?
Up gets his own rebound, though.
He did that on purpose. You ever seen that before? Coach, I wonder if Coach is going to like that.
Probably not.
Because, you know, hey, you're going to have to practice in-game techniques, you know. We know you get the rebound, but see you do that against a top team.
Just trying to stay in the game. He didn't want to come out.
Wow.
3 ball for Colerain. Sincere Jones.
That was a good point.
That'd be my guess. So I know Coach wants to take me out. I'm going to hang out here because his substitution's still sitting down on the floor in front of the scorer's table after the last free throw.
Well, put it this way, I'll get my point across. He wouldn't be starting next game.
You're going to have a hard time not starting him.
Oh,
especially against Wayne.
He'd be in 1 minute.
if that long. If that long, right?
But he wouldn't know that.
There it is. Baisley finally gets the jam. And Princeton will call a timeout and get him out of the game. That's what he was waiting on. Get that jam and get the crowd and the announcers excited.
I don't know what's more frustrating, that we all knew it was coming and the defense.
Yeah, not a whole lot you can do.
It's like, wait.
That.
Might as well just say everybody clear out and see what it's got.
It's like staring down the barrel of a loaded gun, right?
Yeah.
Good luck getting out of the way of that one.
Hey. Say that he would have stopped it, it would have been unreal. It just feels like everyone knew what was about to happen there. If I'm a Colerain coach, I'm really frustrated on that.
Well, you see Coach Gilbert on your screen right now was just talking to Dorsey, who was defending Baisley on that dunk. And I don't think he was real pleased with the defensive effort, I guess is the best way to put it.
Right. Hey, have some pride. I don't know what it is. I mean, it seemed like it was set up from the free throw. That was about to happen. You can see the coaching staff over there like, wait, look, they're talking the same thing I'm talking. Like, can you believe that? It's like they all knew he was about to do the dunk, tomahawk, and they let him. And it was kind of weird to see that.
Yeah. Won't disagree with you, Frank.
But if anything, second quarter, big second quarter also, they actually showed a defense that other teams are going to put into their defense to take on Princeton in the tournament.
Yep. Well, that second quarter, very, very telling. As we mentioned, they actually did win it. These reserves are trying to get in on the act. They were trying to feed Thomas. Just not the level of expertise with the reserves as with the starters on those oops and dunks.
But also, I could see Colerain say, "Hey, don't let no one dunk on you no more. Let's play hard here."
Both teams at 6 fouls, under 3:45 to go in the contest. So it's probably all about huddle highlights at this point, Frank.
All right.
Dorsey tried to go up strong in the paint. He draws the foul, so he'll go to the free throw line.
Wasn't trying to be hard on them tonight. They definitely had a tough task taking on a top team like, Princeton.
Right.
But they played so well in that first half and that second quarter, I believed in them. Keep playing that way.
Right. I think our scoreboard's a little bit of a mess at this point because I don't think the right players are showing in the game for the Vikings on the scoreboard.
Score guys taking off now.
He's replaying that dunk on his phone, right?
And still doesn't beat his one we saw
a
couple of years ago, the tomahawk.
Oh, yeah.
And behind his back.
He was still at Finneytown? Yeah.
He did a tomahawk, and then behind the, as a salt, I was like, wait, this was the first game I did color commentating. I was like, is this normal?
No. Definitely not in the CHL either, right?
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Not going to see a lot of tomahawk dunks in the CHL. Maybe with Deer Park this year now. You will, and that team that Steve Gentry's put together over there.
That's why I would like to see, because Baisley's been, his touch tonight's been unreal at shooting the ball.
Yep. Well, these reserves in the game for Princeton having a little bit of a hard time finding the basket in the free throw line or the scoreboard, but they finally do.
It was a 10-point game with about a minute left to go till halftime.
Yep. 12. 37-25 at the half.
Right. Well, they had it down to 10, I guess.
Yep. Well, and as we said, they'd actually won that quarter, if you believe in such things, 13 to 10.
Hey, you got to have small feet, especially.
So here's the...
Just bodied him up.
Yep. Shot on the baseline and the foul. Drive into traffic and just played hack-a-shack on his way up.
When you're a JV guy and you're used to playing JV, you'll see how physical the varsity game is.
Right.
It's a different level of just how physical they're playing.
Right.
That's why it's beneficial for both squads.
Second free throw will not roll, but Princeton comes up with the rebound. Hatter down at the other end, easy lay-in off the glass. He's got 5 now for the Cards in the game. 68-36, 2:20 to go. Well, just amazing how quickly Princeton can get back down the floor offensively.
The athleticism. I mean, it just shows you they're going to have next year. Their group of athletes are just going to be that athletic. Makes everybody better when you have a supreme type of team because the reserves got to take them on every day of practice.
Yep. 17 fouls apiece now. Colerain with another crack offensively as we wind down to 2:10 to go in the game. Jumper, jump stop. Again, the defense too strong there. Colerain tries to save it by throwing it off a Colerain player.
Still good hustle.
Yep.
Still fighting. The recent state poll just came out this week. It has Princeton at number 10, and then who they play tomorrow, number 1, Huber Heights Wayne. So would love to catch that game.
It's going to be a good one for sure. Sincere Jones makes his way down the floor, can't get the shot to go. The follow will go through. Approaching 1:30 to go. Princeton going to slow things down a little bit.
You can tell the JV guys are on because they're trying to get in the scorebook.
Yep. That they are, Frank. Thomas able to do so.
Because they can look at the paper tomorrow and say, oh, there's my name, look.
Yep.
Because I remember doing it when I was a youngster.
Long three-pointer, nothing but net. Yep. Off the mark and rebounded. Looked like it went in. I'll blame the new contacts. Under a minute to go now. Colerain Princeton comfortably ahead, 72-38. Whistle with 46.1 to go. Take a look at this last basket here, Frank. Off that turnover.
Just beating them down the floor.
Yeah, nice no-look pass over to Thomas. Takes it up easily. Ball will stay with Colerain underneath their own basket.
I don't even know who the leading scorer is tonight for Princeton. I know Baisley's probably up there.
Baisley had 20 when he went out. O'Neal had 16. Unofficially, according to what I'm trying to keep up with here, but not getting a lot of help from the scoreboard. Oh, they're just, number 14's out on the floor and he's not even showing up on the board. So.
Well, I think it's been like that since Baisley was on the floor last year.
Yeah, there's something went haywire with the side op of the scoreboard during the timeout with all those subs. So. All these newfangled electronics, right? It's video boards and gyms now, and iPads running them, and iPads choosing to reset themselves in the middle of the games. Princeton's going to dribble out these last 15 seconds or so if Colerain will let him. It's Crawford right now, and he'll lay one in.
Why did they quit? Just don't understand that.
And that will do it. Final score, Princeton 74, Colerain 38. Frank, your final thoughts?
You know, Colerain, like I said, if anyone was scouting tonight, which coaches are going to be able to see this film, they're going to see in that second quarter what Colerain did defensively, and they're going to do the same thing to him. You're going to see it. I mark my words. But also, Princeton, I think Baisley's playing the best he has ever played, and that's why he's going where he's going. Top, All-American. He's a complete player. He's going to get his. You just got to limit the others.
Princeton will move to 9-0 in the GMC, 12-2 overall with the big non-league game on tap with Wayne tomorrow night. Colerain falls to 2-8 in the GMC, 5-10 overall. We appreciate you tuning in to this ICRC-TV sports production. For Dean Lowry, all the guys in the truck, and all our crew on hand here, my partner Frank Edwards, I'm Glenn Olson. See you next time, ICRC-TV Sports.